The bantamweight class is often an overlooked one, but every few years a combatant comes along that sets it ablaze with their dazzling ability. Such is the case with boxing's greatest showman of all time, Prince Naseem Hamed, and the current pound-for-pound number 2 in the world, the monster Naoya Inoue. These two elites were the dominant forces in their divisions, and we need to know who would win this bout on paper. Prince Naseem is one of England's most notable fighters in history. Known for his unorthodox style, immense power, and flashy ring entrances, he was one of the most charismatic and entertaining boxers of the 90s, holding the WBC, WBO, and IBF featherweight titles at various points of his career. His success stemmed from a combination of skill, showmanship, and an unconventional approach that puzzled opponents and thrilled fans. Despite being a featherweight, Hamed possessed extraordinary knockout power. His punching power was a significant asset, allowing him to end fights with single shots, even against world-class opponents. He had 31 knockouts in 37 wins, an impressive rate for a featherweight. Prince Naseem's style was unique. He relied on an unusual stance, often keeping his hands low and using unconventional footwork. This style made him difficult to predict and hard for opponents to land clean shots on. He would often throw punches from awkward angles which opponents found difficult to anticipate. His defense relied on his reflexes and head movement rather than a traditional guard, making him hard to hit cleanly when he was at his best. His ability to slip punches and counter with power shots was key to his success. In his fight against Kevin Kelly in 1997, Hamed was knocked down 3 times and Kelly went down twice before Hamed secured a 4th round knockout. His power and resilience shone through. Despite being hurt and knocked down, he maintained his composure and eventually knocked out Kelly with a powerful shot. This fight exposed Hamed's vulnerability to counters, as Kelly repeatedly caught him with clean punches due to his low hands and unorthodox style. His defense was questionable and his reliance on reflexes led to dangerous moments. The fight against Marco Antonio Barrera in 2001 marked the end of Hamed's undefeated record and was a major upset. Barrera exposed Hamed's limitations with a disciplined and tactical approach, neutralizing Hamed's power and awkward style with superior technique and ring IQ. While Naseem's reflexes were sharp in his prime, his style was inherently risky. As his speed and reflexes started to decline, his reliance on these qualities left him vulnerable, especially against skilled, disciplined opponents. Hamed often neglected basic boxing fundamentals, relying heavily on his power and awkward style. He didn't have a traditional guard and tended to be open for counters, which better-schooled boxers could exploit. Naoya Inoue, known as the Monster, has become one of boxing's most celebrated fighters due to his remarkable achievements, unique skill set, and dominant performances. He has constantly been ranked as one of the top 3 pound-for-pound boxers in the world for many years of his career, and still is today. He has held multiple world championships in 4 weight classes, and is one of only 3 male boxers in history, along with Terence Crawford and Alexander Usyk, to become the undisputed champion in 2 weight classes in the 4-belt era. Inoue's punching power is extraordinary, especially for his weight class. He has an impressive knockout rate, with many opponents succumbing to his precise concussive shots. His timing and accuracy allow him to maximize the impact of every punch, often leading to quick finishes. His hand and foot speed are top-notch. He moves in and out of range swiftly, making it difficult for opponents to predict his attacks. His speed enables him to deliver punches from various angles while avoiding counters. Inoue's intelligence in the ring is evident. He adjusts quickly to his opponent's tactics, finding weaknesses and capitalizing on them. This adaptability makes him hard to read and prepares him well for various strategies. He is an exceptional body puncher. His liver shots are brutal and often destabilizes his opponents. This skill has become one of his trademarks, and he is capable of ending fights with a well-placed body shot. While Inoue has solid defensive skills, his aggressive style can leave him open to counters, especially against opponents who can withstand his power and find timing gaps. Though he's elusive, Inoue sometimes relies on his speed and footwork more than his head movement, which can make him vulnerable against fighters with long reach or excellent timing. In his first fight against Nonito Donaire, Inoue had to navigate Donaire's powerful counters while fighting through an injury. He still proved his toughness by adapting his strategy against an experienced opponent. In 2022, Naoya fought Paul Butler to unify the bantamweight titles. Although Butler adopted a defensive strategy, Inoue broke him down with relentless pressure and body attacks. While Inoue was dominant, Butler's defensive strategy slowed Inoue's pace, suggesting that a highly mobile counter-punching opponent could be challenging for him. Naoya Inoue's career is a testament to his combination of speed, power, and intelligence, but his vulnerabilities against powerful counters and his limited defensive tactics offer insight into areas that a future opponent may be able to exploit. Now, the question is, would a prime Naseem Hamed be able to take out the monster? Hamed certainly would bring an awkward style that Inoue has never witnessed, but Inoue would bring boxing IQ and power that the division has never seen. Unfortunately for Hamed, Inoue would pick up the win, most likely not getting baffled by Naseem's bag of tricks. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me or if you think Naseem might have an ace up his sleeve. Also, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, please do consider subscribing and leaving a like on the videos. It helps us tremendously. Until next time.